What is up, rebel colonists and Mars citizens? I am just a simple Newtype, and we have finally made it. We have made it to the final volume of Mobile Suit Gundam Frozen Teardrop. I'm going to have some PTSD after all this is over. Last time, Prometheus and Scheherazade tried to stop Renlina, who is currently looking through the perfect sex files. He had gotten to Snow White and used the Grun loadout on the boys. And in the files, Dr. J made the two heroes fight and were given Gundams. This time, the Second Lunar War begins. Rebel prisoners are set to be executed, so Artemis and the rebels launch a full-out assault, and one of the heroes escape. So let's get into this. AC-190, Spring, Luxembourg. Treize keeps getting emails from someone calling themselves the Heart of Space. He ignored these emails for a while before eventually looking into them to see that it is just a math problem. It's encryption, so he tries to crack it. The only thing that he seems to be able to decipher is meow, 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 meow. Treize says, "Who are you, mysterious cat program?" This makes him go to his library to find a book written by Hiroyui in AC-171 titled Katsa Voto, or Cat's Words. It was signed by Hiroyui and was originally Sankant's copy of the book. To Treize, Hiro and Sankant were on opposite ends of the political spectrum, so he wonders what their relationship was. Of course, we know Sankant was secretly funding the rebels for a brief period. There's a section in the book regarding cat tones. He applies this to the algorithm to get a message that says, "Please connect me to 0. He then pulls out Pandora's box. It has been 3 years since Zex gave him the drive. He connects it to Oz's biggest quantum computer. The 0 system lets Treize see predictive outcomes. This is the moment that he decided to make moves for world unification. The Oz take over the Alliance, coercing the Gundam pilots to kill the Field Marshal, even Treize's own death. All calculated decisions because he chose to finally look into the 0 system. But it also shows that Zex is responsible for turning Treize into the man he eventually became. And I don't know if I like that. We say that Hiro is the perfect soldier to get on his level, but that also applies to Treize. He makes the right decisions. He doesn't need a mastermind behind the scenes, even if it is Zex. Treize instantly organized the Oz specials. However, Zex and Elif weren't in attendance. Noin, Izumi Tarnov, Broden Diaz, and Solrak Delbrook are Treize's new commanders. March 7th, AC-190. Last episode, Duo killed General Dotson. Now General Septim wants to start killing rebel colonists. Cordelia tries to calm him down. He wants to do a public execution on some rebels. The Alliance tells him this isn't allowed, but he ignores it. Septim shows Cordelia a grainy photo of Prometheus. This mobile suit is proof that the rebels are plotting something. Septim wants Cordelia to hunt this mobile suit down. Instead, Cordelia decides to call HR on Septim after collecting some evidence. Lady Un looks like she would call HR. Somewhere in between Mars and Jupiter, the Winter family is bringing the MO4 satellite to the Earth sphere. This, along with MO1, was lost during the war in AC-195. The Winters won the bid to take this. Ketra hates that his father is helping the Alliance with resources that will be used for war. He snuck on board his father's ship to try to sabotage things. Ketra is punished by working manual labor. Long Lao Yao is left behind last episode. He is one of the rebels that will be executed. Duo and the Long sisters want to get help from the rebel commander Artemis. She devises a mission which is a full frontal assault. Things will be alright if the barge doesn't show up. However, the Barton Foundation agrees to help as a distraction. This is due to a deal struck where they help with their mass-produced Aquila mobile suits. However, Dakeem Barton wants more in this deal. He wants Prometheus. Artemis agrees and tells Elif to depart with his machine. Don't take my boy away from his robot. Dr. S recruits No Name. The doomed Roberto squad was killed, and a girl betrayed him before his run-in with Dr. S. No Name helps fix up the Aquila. The WMS-01 Aquila is built with a different philosophy than the Leo. It sacrifices close combat agility for heavy concentrated firepower. It has a twin Gatling gun. This was made by Dr. S with Professor H helping with the cockpit. There's no image of this mobile suit, but it is a prototype of the Magwanac, so it is probably similar in design. Dr. S shows No Name Prometheus. The pilot seems to hate it and calls it a powder keg. This is Troa Barton, Dakeem Barton's son. No Name thinks to himself, "I'm gonna steal this man's life one day." Master O tells Wu Fei about the Talgi Xilong. The Master believes that nukes destroyed man's ability to fight with honor. He believes the mobile suit brings balance back to the warrior and gives them a sense of pride for what they are fighting for. He tells Wu Fei to avoid fighting with hatred. Remember that one time in the anime where he yelled at a pack of wolves? I don't think he listened to Master O's advice. Beta and Alpha fight in their new Gundams. Beta is mad that he is inferior to Alpha. He has the better Gundam and is getting frustrated. Alpha says that the Proto-Zero allows him to see the future. Beta realizes that Alpha is holding back. They are informed of a large-scale war on the horizon. They need to be prepared. It's time for some live ammo training. This is their opportunity to escape. Proto-Zero has bird mode installed, and Wing doesn't. Beta suggests to Alpha that he fly away and leave him behind. So Alpha takes off and leaves Beta. AC-190, March 10th. Alpha decides to destroy the Gundanium refinery in the hopes that no one builds another Gundam. The Second Lunar War began on the same day. The full-scale operation to save the rebels is the start of the war. The assault of the rebels on the Alliance begin. They call this Operation Sagitta. The rebels attack the Sagittarius-class fortress around the Sea of Tranquility. Prometheus descends down and joins the battle. It is piloted by Chud the Barton. Each Sagittarius can carry 50 Leos, but they are funneled out into one hangar, and the Leos go down with ease. They don't destroy the land fortresses, but they retreat, successfully slowing down the ships without killing a soldier. The Alliance still doesn't take the rebels seriously even after seeing the damage. Only General Septim knows this is about to tip over to full-scale war. Cordelia is still researching behind the scenes and notices that Septim is working with the Barton Foundation. AC-190, March 13th. Duo and Meilon share a moment after he mistakes her for Hudi. We learn that the two sisters are actually twins. Duo is saddened that they have been caught up in this war. They learn that Long's execution is moved up 2 days. They're cutting it close. Treize meets up with Septim to stop him from executing the rebels, but Septim is able to get authorization anyways. Cordelia says Your Excellency to Treize. He tells her not to call him that, but she says, No, Your Excellency. Ugh, she's always just been like this, I guess. She gives Treize data on the rebels that she didn't give to Septim. Treize knows that she was the operator from the colony drop 3 years ago. She says, I'm so yours, but she says it in the most professional way. Treize tells her to give him the name of every man who dies from this war. Remember at the end of the series when he goes on a rant about bearing the burden of every dead soldier? Well, it started all right here.
How could I forget them?
Oz Special Solrak scouts the Sea of Nectar where he finds an entire squad dead. It was destroyed by Beta and Wing Gundam. Solrak tells his team to retreat. While fighting, Beta thinks, do I have mommy issues? AC-190, March 14th. Churl Barton is in command and is scared after watching a demonstration of the barge cannons. Kance thinks he is weak. Churl talks to No Name and says if he stands a chance. It is reckless, but it isn't completely a suicide mission. No Name suggests he pilot Prometheus if he thinks it is suicide. Zex, Artemis, and Eliv begin their drop mission down to the Sea of Tranquility to rescue the rebel prisoners. Zex is ready, even if it means he has to fight Treize. Duo and the Long Twins are hiding the El Koenig in a transport. Oz Specials, Broden, and Solrak are in the area, and Duo and the gang avoid their radars. While they are sneaking around, Cheng Wufei and the Tallgeese Ji-Long attacks the Specials. He takes down Solrak and his team. The Oz Special is humiliated. Broden's men move in afterwards. Half of Broden's Ares squad is taken out. They all eject instantly. Wufei costs blood from all the G's. He has to let Broden and his men go. Zex and Eliv are in Swart's Grief units. Artemis is in Scheherazade with 50 Nemia fighters causing a distraction. Septim leaves the barge, which means they are going to fire the barge cannon. The Specials need to stop this. Treize sends Noin and Izumi to handle it. He is personally going to handle Artemis, Zex, and Eliv. No Name is now piloting Prometheus. People note that Chud the Barton is finally competent. No Name moves in and aims the cross rifle and fires at the barge cannon. He notes he hates crosses. We get a flash forward for a brief moment where No Name is now Dr. T. He notes that he regrets getting rid of the cross rifle. This apparently is different from the crucifix cannon, and the El Koenig is the Long Twins. They smash into the prison while Duo moves in on foot. Papa Long says he wants to be executed, but Duo won't allow it. The sisters notice nothing unusual in the skies as they get the rebels free. Meanwhile, Artemis is informed that the prisoners are free. They can retreat, but they are in the thick of it. That is when Treize and Cordelia join the battle. Zex and Eliv stay behind while Artemis and the others retreat. Duo in a buggy is spotted by Broden's retreating Ares. The El Koenig tries to draw them away. Broden wants to retreat as he doesn't want to lose more men. But Broden's men don't listen to him and attack anyways. They get a direct hit on El Koenig as they get away. Meilon realizes the attack killed Hudi. She cries for her sister. And that will do it for this episode. Like we said last episode regarding Hudi, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. This unfortunate circumstance is the reason that Meilon becomes Wufei's bride. Next time we conclude Frozen Teardrop. We are so close to finishing this. We see the conclusion to the Second Lunar War. Chud the Barton is taken prisoner. And does Hiro finally kill Relina? Or do they fall in love? But that will do it for now, Newtypes. Remember, sometimes you gotta let your clone free. Set him free. Peace.